What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy, man, Jay Willie Silly, man, aka Mr. Take It Easy before you end up like Beezy, man. Make sure I follow my Twitch. Like I said, y'all, I'm training myself, man. I'm used to saying Instagram, and I just gotta remember, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm like, bro, speaking on Instagram, and I'm like, bro, I really don't need Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so glad I'm off of social media. I tell y'all that a lot, but I'm just genuinely like glad, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a different person when I'm not on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know YouTube is social media, but YouTube really like TV though. Like, let's just be real. Like, who the freak? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I watch TV. Like, I don't have cable, but I have this Fire Stick, y'all, bro. I just finished this freaking series, y'all. I'm putting y'all down. It's on Paramount TV, but when it comes to my Fire Stick, I literally like have Paramount TV. I have Apple TV, bro. I got Disney Plus, bro. I got Netflix, Hulu, bro. And y'all probably like, bro, you got to buy it. You know, you got to pay $60, $75 a month for it, bro. But, bro, you get every freaking thing, bro. I get all the Paramount stuff. If I want to go to series, bro, I can go on the side. It's this little side thing. I'm like, literally, I can watch like all Apple TV, like everything, bro. Is on there. NBA games, NFL games. I'm like, bro, this junk is amazing. Like, I'm like, why didn't people been tell me like about Fire Stick? Now, if y'all got a Fire Stick, y'all know y'all better tell them. But bro, I just finished this series called Lioness with Zoe Zalanda. Bro, that's top 5 series. Like, I ain't gonna count. That's on Paramount Plus. So it's like you can't watch it on Netflix. And one thing I've realized, y'all, bro, we just gonna get to the video. But one thing I've realized, bro, is like having Fire Stick, I'm like, bro, nothing is really on Netflix. Like, Netflix really overrated. Like, raise your hand if y'all agree with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, raise your hand. You know what I'm saying? but yeah, bro, Netflix is overrated. Some of y'all probably don't think it is because y'all don't have other apps. But compared to HBO, compared to Prime TV, for y'all that know, y'all know, bro. For the people that got all the other apps, y'all already know, bro. Netflix does not compare, bro, to Paramount Plus and all them other apps, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro. Y'all get other apps. Netflix, bro, be overcharging. Netflix on that weird junk now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, them niggas acting like you can't sign in to another account. Somebody, they always trying to check Hulu on that same weird junk. I'm like, bro, I don't even watch Hulu and Netflix, bro, ever since I got Paramount, ever since I got Fire Stick, bro. I watch, bro, Paramount Plus, Apple TV, and all that junk, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I gotta get Fire Stick. Look up Fire Stick, bro. I think it's on Amazon. Fire Stick, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got everything. I'm telling y'all, Netflix still got good shows, though. Good movies and all that for sure. But I'm just saying, y'all, like, the real good movies, the real good series are on the other apps. Netflix is scamming y'all. You know, and you ain't gotta worry about the series leaving either. Y'all know what it say, leaving soon? Bro. Telling y'all, bro, Lioness, you gotta watch Lioness. That's not on Netflix or Hulu. Yeah, it's not on Hulu.
Of Vietnam's dense
Straight Paramount Plus.
A predator whose name sent chills through hardened Marines. They called her Apache, the most terrifying woman of the Vietnam War. This is the hunt.
Apache a little fun, is it?
The morning mist clung to Hill 55.
I'm just saying, why is always the crazy ones that's always like fine? Am I the only one that realized that? The finest girls be the craziest ones. The ugliest ones be chill. Like, the ugly ones, they be chill. But I'm talking about, you'll think they be crazy by the way they look and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hair nappy and, you know what I'm saying, don't look too good. You think they crazy, but they be the nicest ones. It be the fine ones too, y'all. I'm talking about like the fine ones. Look all innocent, just crazy, though. I'm telling y'all, the pretty ones, the pretty girls are the craziest ones. I'm telling y'all right now, it never fails.
Like a shroud, obscuring the dense jungle that surrounded the Marine encampment. Gunnery Sergeant Carlos Hathcock wiped condensation from his rifle scope, his weathered face betraying no emotion as he scanned the tree line. 8 miles from Da Nang, this elevated position should have offered security, but lately, the Marines stationed here slept with one eye open. They had good reason. Someone was hunting them. Another one last night, Captain Edward Jim Land said quietly, handing Hathcock a cup of bitter coffee. Private Mendez found him at the perimeter with a single shot through the forehead. Clean kill, 600 yards minimum.
600 yards?
Hathcock nodded silently. This wasn't ordinary Viet Cong work. The precision, the patience, it carried a signature he'd come to recognize. For weeks now, Marines had whispered about one of the most terrifying women of the Vietnam War. A sniper of mixed Vietnamese and French ancestry.
She a sniper. So y'all gotta understand, y'all, when it comes to a sniper, bro, you can be like right here, right? Bro, they be all the way down there. 600 yards, got sniped in the forehead. You know how much aim that is? Bro, you know how much concentration? You know how a good shot you gotta be to hit a nigga in the forehead from 600 yards? I quit. Abort, and I quit. I'm not finna deal with nobody like that. You don't even know if she's what. It's like every time you step out the field, you can get sniped because she can be watching you from 600 yards. It's not somebody that's close up to you, 50 feet or 3 feet away. Bro, there's somebody 600 yards away. That's a deadly snipe. Like, bro.
Nickname Apache, not just for her marksmanship, but for what she did to those unfortunate enough to be taken alive. The men of the 5th Regiment, 1st Marine Division, had developed a particular dread of the area around Duc Pho. Reports had filtered in from South Vietnamese troops of a female Viet Cong operative who took special pleasure in torture. The stories seemed too horrific to be true, until bodies began appearing, mutilated in ways that confirmed the worst rumors. Commands made her a priority target, Land continued, his voice low enough that nearby Marines couldn't hear. They're calling her Apache because of... He trailed off, gesturing vaguely toward his eyes. Hathcock understood the reference. Intelligence had confirmed the gruesome trophies she collected. Eyelids. The thought made his jaw tighten. She's using a Mosin Nagant with a scope, Land added. Russian-made, 7.62 millimeters. Hathcock raised his binoculars again, methodically sweeping the distant ridgelines. Good rifle, not as good as mine. A young Marine approached them hesitantly, his face pale beneath a layer of jungle grime. Gunny, Captain, Lieutenant wants you at command. Scout just came in with information about... He lowered his voice. About her. As they walked toward the command post, Hathcock noticed how the younger Marines watched him, with a mixture of hope and desperation. They needed to believe that someone could end the reign of terror that Apache had brought to Hill 55. The most terrifying woman of the Vietnam War had become more than just an enemy combatant. She had become a psychological weapon that was slowly breaking the unit's morale. Inside the command post, Lieutenant Colonel Davidson hunched over a map spread across a makeshift table. His fingers traced the contours of the terrain surrounding Hill 55.
Yeah, this somebody that you gotta get. You know what I'm saying? This somebody that you gotta get out the way. Simple as that. There's no other option. You know what I'm saying? We will not sleep. You know what I'm saying? We will not bathe until we kill Hibachi. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I can't feel comfortable with Hibachi out here. You know what I'm saying? It's just real. I can't feel comfortable with Hibachi. So every single day for 24/8, y'all probably never heard that before, but 24/8, we gonna be on this map and we gonna be looking for ways to kill Hibachi. Hibachi has to go. You know what I mean? I don't know how you can sleep around here. I don't know how you can eat around here. I don't know how you can bathe around here when this girl right here is taking people's eyelids and using them as trophies. This girl sniping people in the forehead from 600 yards away and you can sleep. Jay ain't sleeping. We gonna bend over this map and we finna find Hibachi. Hibachi finna die tonight.
Pausing at various locations. When Hathcock and Land entered, he straightened, revealing bloodshot eyes that spoke of too many sleepless nights. Gentlemen, Davidson nodded. Our scout brought in something you need to see. A South Vietnamese ranger stood in the corner, his uniform caked with mud. He stepped forward at Davidson's gesture.
Oh, he betraying? Now he betraying his own people.
Several photographs on the table.
Hibachi must have been terrorizing him too, huh?
These were taken near a village 3 clicks east, Davidson explained. Reconnaissance patrol managed to capture these before they were spotted. The grainy black and white images showed a small group of Viet Cong moving through dense vegetation. In one photo, partially obscured by foliage,
that's a real
stood
photo?
a slight figure carrying a rifle with a distinctive scope. A woman whose features displayed her mixed Vietnamese and French heritage. Even in the poor quality photograph, there was something unnervingly calm about her expression. That's her, Land confirmed. Apache. Hathcock studied the image carefully. She's small, couldn't be more than 100 pounds. Easy to underestimate. That's what makes her one of the most terrifying women operating in this war, Davidson said grimly. She doesn't look like a threat until it's too late. The scout spoke up, his English halting but clear enough. She have camp, moving every 2-3 days, very careful, very smart. He tapped another photograph showing a rudimentary shelter. She not like other VC. Others fear her too. Land raised an eyebrow. Her own people are afraid of her? The scout nodded vigorously. She enjoy the pain, not for information only. For, he struggled to find the word, pleasure. A heavy silence fell over the room. Hathcock had encountered many enemies during his tours in Vietnam, but there was something particularly disturbing about Apache's methodology. Most combatants killed out of necessity, duty, or survival. The intelligence on Apache suggested something far more sinister, a deliberate cultivation of terror. We've assembled a dossier, Davidson continued, sliding a folder toward them. Everything we know about her. Born in Hanoi, father was a French colonial administrator, mother Vietnamese. Joined the Viet Cong early.
Oh, so this is the real photo of her, bro. I thought it was like just a made up photo. So this is a real photo of Apache. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they showed the real photo of her in the beginning of the video, but no, this real photos of Apache.
Herself as both a marksman and an interrogator.
She don't look like she killed. That's why I be trying to tell people. I'm like, bro, don't underestimate nobody. That's like the worst thing you can do. One thing about me, I overestimate people. Like I don't walk around just, and even when it comes to women, like I don't underestimate women. I'm sorry. Like I feel like women are more dangerous than men. In some spectrum. Like I'll feel kind of funny if a woman just came up to me and started hollering at me like just out the I'll like you got dudes that will use women to set up dudes. Cause they already know men, bro. They're weakest, men weakest, bro. Men weakest thing, bro. Like you could be a strong man and everything, but this man will fold when it comes to a fine woman. Like I said, for me personally, I ain't gonna lie. It's about self-control. You feel me? I've like when it comes to lust, I've overcame that. Like even when I see like the devil be trying to tempt me, bro. You know what I mean? Like I'm walking in Publix, bro, and I see, you know, like I'm walking, bro, and it's literally like I can see from the corner of my eye, I'm looking away and all that. I'm teaching myself self-control when it comes to women. I'm teaching myself, I'm trying to overcome the lustful desire in me. You know what I'm saying? Which I've already overcame. I ain't gonna lie to you. I overcame it. You know what I'm saying? But he be trying to put, I'm talking about like thick women in front of me and all type of stuff. You feel me? He be trying to stir me back to the, you know what I mean? Even when I was walking, I ain't look at it one time, y'all. I was walking, bro, and I seen a dude in front of me. He stopped and looked. That boy stopped and looked. He was finna do a 360. I know that boy look like, but dang, that thing fat. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't look one time because I'm teaching myself about self-control. I'm teaching myself about the thing that a lot of men struggle with. Could be the strongest man in the world. That man right there will fold over a fine woman, bro. I'm telling y'all, bro, women are a lot of men's biggest downfalls. Strong in everything else, but weak in that area. Weak when it comes to a woman. Women has destroyed kings. I'm talking about the kings of the kings. The most powerful kings to ever step foot on this freaking earth. Women has destroyed. I refuse, bro. I refuse to let a woman destroy me. I refuse. So that's why I'm learning about self-control. And that's why I'm getting that in control. I'm getting lust in control. Woman not finna control me. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. But bro, women, bro, they're very more dangerous, bro, than men. Because you don't see it coming. You don't see it coming, bro. You got women killers out here too, bro. I don't give a dang. You got crazy women out here too. You know, American ways, America, bro, we just be trying to make it seem like it's just men out here murdering, men out here killing. Man, I've covered stories of women, bro. I cover stories of a woman cutting up a man's body and eating it. I've done stories about crazy women. This is not the first story I've done, bro, when it comes to crazy women. I told y'all and I said it before, my brother friend got stabbed in the chest by a woman. I don't put nothing past women, bro. I don't care. You're still a human being. At the end of the day, you're still a human. You're still a sinner. You are capable of doing things that I'm capable of doing as well. Nothing to make me feel like, oh, you're less evil because you're a woman. False. That is false. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Gator.
I don't underestimate women at all. Know what I mean? That's what make them more deadly, bro. They be pretty, they be fine and all that whole time. They crazy as heck underneath. You know what I'm saying? They be fine, they be all that whole time. They trying to set you up and take you over here. Using their looks to captivate you. Using their looks to bring you inside. Better watch women, but
She's
slick
31
mother
years old and responsible for at least 27 confirmed kills in this sector alone. Hathcock.
Just look at her, y'all. Do she look like a killer? Do this woman look like a killer?
27 confirmed kills in this sector
and she
alone.
looked calm while doing it.
Hathcock opened the folder, scanning the reports inside.
Thing.
Witness testimonies from captured Viet Cong painted a picture of a woman who had earned her fearsome reputation, even among her comrades. Why us specifically? Hathcock asked. Intelligence suggests she lost family during an operation near Da Nang last year. Civilian casualties in a village suspected of harboring VC. Since then, she's focused almost exclusively on American forces, particularly the 5th Regiment. Land flipped through several more photographs, grisly images of recovered bodies that bore Apache's signature mutilations. She's escalating, he observed, getting bolder. That's why you two are here, Davidson said. This isn't just about eliminating an enemy sniper anymore. It's about stopping the most terrifying woman in this theater before she breaks this unit's fighting spirit. Hathcock closed the folder, his expression unreadable. We'll need to establish observation posts. Cover the likely approach routes, identify patterns. Already mapped the best positions, Land said, pointing to several locations on the map. High ground here and here gives us coverage of the most likely transit corridors based on previous sightings. The scout stepped forward again, pointing to a valley between 2 ridgelines. She liked this place. Good water. Good hiding. Many caves. Davidson nodded. You'll have whatever resources you need. This has become a priority mission, straight from Da Nang Command. As they left the command post, the weight of their assignment settled on Hathcock's shoulders. The hunt for Apache wasn't just a tactical operation, it had become a psychological necessity. Around them, the Marines of Hill 55 went about their duties with a tension that was palpable. Young men jumped at shadows, their nerves frayed by weeks of precision kills and recovered bodies bearing unimaginable torture. They need a win, Carlos, Land said quietly as they collected their gear. These boys need to believe they're not helpless. Hathcock checked his Winchester Model 70, the familiar weight of the rifle reassuring in his hands. Then let's give them one. For the next 3 days, they established a routine. Before dawn, they would move to one of their observation posts, sometimes remaining motionless for 18 hours at a stretch, watching, waiting. Hathcock's legendary patience served him well. He could remain perfectly still for longer than most men could stay awake. On the 4th day, they spotted movement, a small patrol moving along a stream bed, taking care to stay under the jungle canopy. Through his scope, Hathcock counted 5 figures, but none matched Apache's description. Spotters, Land whispered. She sends them ahead to secure the route. Hathcock nodded. She'll be following. Question is when. The answer came that night, in a way neither man could have anticipated. They heard screams just after midnight. Hathcock bolted upright in his cot, instantly alert. The agonized cries echoed across the valley, clearly audible from the Marine encampment. Land was already pulling on his boots. She's sending a message, he said, his voice tight with anger. Throughout the night, the screams continued, punctuated by periods of silence that somehow felt even more horrifying. The Marines on watch stood rigid, their faces pale in the moonlight. Everyone knew what was happening. Apache had captured one of their own, and was demonstrating why she had earned her reputation as the most terrifying woman many would encounter in the Vietnam War.
Shoot, what? I mean, Apache, so Your name's not Apache, Apache. Apache not playing. Good God, I'll be scared of Apache. Abort. You know what I'm saying? Run, Forrest, run. I'd rather sit in prison than deal with Apache. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, that junk be terrifying. Just being in the forest like that, bro. Dealing with a woman like that. You know, one thing about me, I told y'all, what makes me untouchable is I move like a human. You gotta just know you can die. But it's like in the army, it's like you're forced to fight. It's not all that moving untouchable. It's like everybody in the army is touchable. You're forced to fight in the army. You're forced to, unless you're like a sniper or something. Other than that, you're forced to fight. I would never be in the military, ever. You know what I mean? Because Apache ain't did nothing to me. Why am I out here fighting Hibachi? Why am I out here having sleepless nights? Why am I out here getting terrorized by a Vietnam woman? I don't know Hibachi. Why am I trying to kill Hibachi, and why is Hibachi trying to kill me? That's how I look at it. I look at it, bro. I look at it as a smart person. I feel like United States, when it comes to the veterans, like I said, y'all, salute. For all my veterans watching this video, salute to you, bro. But just, I want you to answer this question. Half of the people did you kill? Half the people that you killed, did you know that person? And I promise you, half of y'all can say no. Half of y'all gonna say, half of your kills, maybe even all your kills, you didn't know that person. You just got an order, you know what I mean, that said they're the bad guy. And I got a question. How you know they don't think the same thing about you? How you know they're not giving the same order as you? How you know they don't think that the United States is the bad guy? So we're just the good guys? Well, we're just like what? United States has invaded countries before. United States, you know what I mean? Like be invading countries. That's all I'm saying. So it's just like, you can't just look at your side of you can't just look at your side for all the veterans, American soldiers. You gotta look at their side too. How you know they don't look at you like the same as you look at them? How you know they don't look at you like you the bad person? What makes you so better than them? That's the question that I want you to answer. What makes you so better than them? You killing just like they killing. You going to war just like they going to war. You going off of order just like they going off of order. Y'all literally the same. You're fighting another man's war. All of y'all are programmed to do that. All of you soldiers are the same. Look at everybody like the bad guy. Russia looks at us like we're the bad guy. We look at Russia like they're the bad guy. Chinese looks at us like we're the bad guy. We look at Chinese like they're the bad guy. Ukraine look at Russia like they're the bad guy. Russia look at Ukraine like the bad guy. It's a never-ending cycle. You know what I'm saying? That's why, personally, I would never get in the military. Because, like I said, these folks ain't did a dang thing to me. They ain't did a dang thing to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with no Chinese folks. What the freak I got a problem with Chinese folks for? What the freak I got a problem with them for? They did a dang thing to me. Well, I'm finna go over and kill somebody I don't even know. So basically, I'm killing this person because somebody else told me to. That's murder. You know what I'm saying? I am killing this person because somebody else told me to. I don't even know this person's name. Who is she? Who is he that I'm killing? But I'm serving my country. They try to put that in your head. You're serving your country. Doing this, you're doing that. How you know they don't feel like they're serving their country too? I'm just saying, look at it from both sides. You can't only look at it from your side, bro. You can't only think that you're the good guy and they're the bad guy. They put that in your head. You know what I'm saying? That you're the good guy and they're the bad guy. They think the same thing as you. They think that you're the bad guy and they think they're the good guy. I'm telling you right now. Everybody that you go and fight, or whether you are Iraq, Afghanistan, they think that you're the bad guy as well. Americans. Can't stand Americans. You know what I'm saying? It's just being real. It's not a one-side thing, bro. It's both. You gotta look at it from both sides of the spectrum. You gotta be more open-minded. You can't be closed-minded like that. You gotta be more open-minded. It's a lot of closed-minded Americans.
Asked the lieutenant on duty, his voice low and controlled despite the rage building inside him. The lieutenant checked the roster with shaking hands. Private Johnson. He was on perimeter patrol with Ramirez. Ramirez came back with a graze wound, said they got ambushed. Thought Johnson was right behind him. Land and Hathcock exchanged glances. They both knew what this meant. Apache had deliberately left Ramirez alive, ensuring he would return to base with news of Johnson's capture. The psychological warfare was as calculated as her marksmanship. "We can't go out there blind," Land cautioned as several Marines began gearing up. That's exactly what she wants. An emotional response. Marines rushing out unprepared. "So we just listen to him die?" A young corporal challenged, his face flushed with anger and fear. Hathcock placed a firm hand on the corporal's shoulder. "We listen, we learn, and we make sure she pays for it. But we do it smart." Dawn broke with eerie silence. Hathcock and Land were preparing to lead a patrol when a sentry's shout drew them to the eastern perimeter. A figure had emerged from the jungle, staggering toward the base. Even from a distance, Hathcock could see the blood. "Cover me," he said, and before Land could object, he was running toward the wounded Marine. The young private collapsed just yards from Hathcock. What had been done to him defied comprehension. The Marine's eyes, mercifully, were closed in death, though the lids remained intact. A final cruelty, leaving him aware until the very end. Hathcock knelt beside the body, something cold and implacable settling in his chest. This wasn't war. This was sadism elevated to an art form. The private couldn't have been more than 19. "We find her today," he said when Land reached him. It wasn't a suggestion. Back at the command post, Davidson studied the map with renewed intensity. "She's playing with us," he said, his voice hoarse. "Letting us know she can get this close to our perimeter." "She wants us to come after her," Land agreed. "Probably has ambush positions already set up, expecting a company-sized response." Hathcock traced a finger along the map. "So we don't give her what she expects. Just the two of us, moving light and fast." Davidson looked up sharply. "2 men against her entire squad?" "2 hunters," Hathcock corrected, "against prey that doesn't know it's being hunted." Land nodded in agreement. "Carlos is right. A full patrol would alert her. We move silently. We move now, while she thinks we're still organizing a response." "You have 12 hours, Davidson said after a moment's consideration. "If you're not back by then, I'm sending in everyone we've got, ambush or no ambush." They departed within the hour, carrying only essential gear, rifles, ammunition, water, and rations. No radios that might give away their position, no extra weight that would slow them down. Hathcock led the way, following the blood trail that Johnson had left as Apache's group had dragged him back to their position. The trail led them through dense jungle, occasionally disappearing where the ground hardened or streams crossed their path. But Hathcock read the forest like a book. Broken twigs, displaced stones, the subtle signs that most would miss. By midday, they had covered nearly 4 kilometers, moving in complete silence. "They're getting sloppy," Land whispered, as they paused to check their bearings. He pointed to cigarette butts discarded near a resting place. Overconfident.
Using your brain can save you. I feel like that's a lot of, like, your brain is the most powerful thing on your body. I don't care. Without your brain, you're dead. You know what I'm saying? Honestly. So it's like, bro, God gave us a brain so we can use it. The brain is powerful. You gotta think. In a lot of situations, you gotta think. A lot of people are dead as of right now because they do not. You know what I mean? Thinking, you know what I'm saying, can save you from a lot of situations. Literally, like thinking. You gotta think, bro. A lot of situations.
Nodded. "They think they've broken our will to pursue. Made us afraid." As afternoon shadows lengthened, the trail led upward, toward a ridgeline that offered commanding views of the surrounding valley. A perfect sniper's position. "Movement," Land breathed, freezing in place. Through his binoculars, Hathcock spotted them. 5 figures moving along the ridge approximately 700 yards away. 5 women, one of whom had a distinctive profile that's unmistakable even at a distance.
Women doing this?
The group paused near a rocky outcropping, and the woman gestured, apparently giving instructions to her companions. "That's her," Hathcock whispered, lowering his binoculars and raising his rifle. Land pulled out a small notebook, quickly calculating distance, wind, and elevation. 700 yards, wind from the west, about 5 miles per hour. Uphill shot. Hathcock made minute adjustments to his scope, compensating for the factors Land had identified. His breathing slowed, his focus narrowing until nothing existed except the crosshairs and the small figure they centered on. "Wait," Land cautioned, placing a hand on Hathcock's shoulder. "She's moving." The group had indeed begun to shift position, with Apache stepping away from her companions, moving toward a cluster of bushes. She slung her rifle over her shoulder, squatting slightly. "She's taking a piss," Land observed. "Perfect. She's separated from the group." This was the moment. Apache, the most terrifying woman of the Vietnam War, momentarily vulnerable and isolated from her protection. Hathcock drew a slow breath, then gradually exhaled, squeezing the trigger at the precise moment between heartbeats. The Winchester's report shattered the jungle's quiet. Through his scope, Hathcock watched Apache stumble backward, clutching her chest. Her companions scattered instantly, diving for cover. "Hit," Hathcock confirmed, chambering another round without taking his eye from the scope. The second shot caught Apache as she attempted to crawl toward cover. Her body jerked once, then lay still, face upturned toward the darkening sky. Land was already on the radio, calling in artillery coordinates on the remaining VC fighters. Within minutes, the ridgeline erupted in a series of explosions as shells rained down, eliminating any chance of retaliation or escape. When the barrage lifted, an eerie silence descended on the jungle. Hathcock and Land approached the position cautiously, rifles ready. Bodies lay scattered among the shattered trees and cratered earth, the aftermath of the artillery strike, but Hathcock's attention was fixed solely on the small figure lying apart from the others. Apache lay as she had fallen, her eyes open but unseeing. In death, she appeared almost ordinary, a woman of 31 whose delicate features betrayed nothing of her notorious reputation. The Mosin Nagant lay beside her, its wooden stock polished by years of use. "It's done," Hathcock said simply. As Hathcock and Land returned to base with confirmation of Apache's death, the Marines of Hill 55 felt a collective weight lift from their shoulders. The most terrifying woman of the Vietnam War had finally been silenced, though the psychological scars she inflicted would linger far longer than the physical ones. Did you know about this woman?
No, I ain't know about this woman, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, I learn new stuff every single freaking day, man. You know what I'm saying? I learn new stuff every single day. I knew nothing about Apache. I'm saying I knew nothing about this one. Golly, man. You know, I know them boys, like I said, a weight lifted off their shoulders for real. Just knowing that it's a woman out there like that, bro. Shoot, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's your boy Jay, man. Take it easy for you, like bees, man. Your boy Jay out, man. Get.